Welcome to law school. You made one of the best decisions in your life. You obviously had the ability, the talent, the knowledge to do this. And you didn't back off. You did it. You had the inspiration to make that decision. So sometime today, just think about that. Because that's a good thing. That's something that will help you move along during the days and weeks ahead. You made the right decision. You're prepared. Our admissions people have looked at your record and said, you're ready. So congratulations. I just want to say three things to you today. First of all, before I do that, just talk a little bit about the school. You know, when we started 20 years ago, we were very focused on students. We felt that there wasn't enough focus on students and student outcomes in legal education. And we put together a program of academics to provide the kind of support we felt students needed. And most importantly, there was a lot of complaint from the bar about the lack of the preparation for students for the practice of law. So we added a mission pillar that said, we want you to be practice ready. And we have one of the best experiential learning programs in the country. In fact, we're rated an A+ by National Jurist. Moot court is another focus there, and for practice readiness, and we're #1 in the nation. We've been #1 for 3 years running. So we continue to work on that, continue to look for different ways to ensure that you are ready for the practice of law. And the third mission pillar that we put together was the serving the underserved. It was really clear to us that there's a great need. In fact, then and now, 80% of legal problems for people that are at the poverty line, or actually 20% above the poverty line, are not met. 80% of their legal problems are not met. So there's a crying need for help, and you'll have opportunities to do that, and it will help you in getting experience, practice ready. The other thing we were concerned about is the lack of representation in the legal profession of the multicultural world that we live in. And that was 20 years ago. It's only, the gap has grown. But we've made great inroads there, and we pride ourselves on creating a multicultural environment which will inspire us all to work in this great country of so many different peoples, ethnicities, and focus. So we've got a track record of following that, and we want you to join us in that endeavor. You'll see alumni during this week who are stars, who are people who stand out and have taken those 3 mission pillars to heart. So I think you've made the right decision, and you've come to the right place, because it's the place that will prepare you for the practice of law, or whatever you want to do with the law degree. You'll understand the legal system and how it is applied, both here, regionally, nationally, and worldwide. So the 3 things I want to talk to you about is, #1 is, so you made the decision, but there's a commitment in making that decision. Law school is somewhat labor intensive. There's a lot of reading, there's a lot of learning critical thinking and analysis. So preparation is key. A friend of mine joined the Air Force many years ago, and went to General Westmoreland Space, and everywhere there were banners that said, "Be prepared." Not sort of prepared, or maybe prepared, but be prepared. So that's number one. Be prepared. Starting from today. If you haven't already read what they told you to read, make sure you get it read tonight and moving forward. Because that is key to your success, and frankly, it's key to your happiness. And I'll close with a thought on that. The second thing I want to mention to you is, time is fleeting, as you hear, tempus fugit. And sometimes we get caught up in preparation. What do I need to do? And we forget about the other people in our lives. And we certainly don't want to forget those who helped us get here, our significant others, our parents, our relatives, friends who've been supportive over the years. So that's number one. But most of all, you've just started your career in law. In fact, you started it when you filled out the application. You'll hear from folks this week. If there's anything that now you think maybe I should have put on the application, go to the admissions office. They'll have a process where you go to the admissions office, get it done. Because if it's something that's going to show up somewhere, the bar will find it. And then they'll say, well, why didn't you mention this? And they'll just slow everything down. We have a process to get your character and fitness application off the ground, and in that process you'll be able to address this issue. So, but the most important thought in terms of your legal career starting is that you're sitting next to people who will be practicing with you. And to some extent, it may even happen this week. You'll get engaged, you'll have a chance to get engaged in some pro bono work. So you're working together. So people sitting with you and in your classes, these are your colleagues going forward. These are the people that are going to support you, not only in law school, but when you get out. In fact, I do want to ask one question. How many people are here from the Jacksonville area? Would you mind standing up? All right. All the rest of you. The rest of you. See these folks? They've got the answers. All right. Where the churches are, where are the good places to recreate, and maybe we're a good restaurant or bars. But save that. All right. Thank you very much. So secondly, relationships. In fact, I like to say relationships matter, and I'd like you to say this with me. Relationships matter. Relationships matter. All right. Let's hear that again. Relationships matter. I guarantee you, sometime this week, you will hear that again from some professional, somebody in the legal profession. It is so critical, because everything we do is about people, the people we serve, our clients, people in the system, judges, fellow lawyers, staff. So critical. So building those relationships. So preparation, relationships, and finally, I think the most important thing to do, and so I've already kind of laid it on you, that you've got to be prepared, that it's hard work. But it's, by the way, sidebar, it's also a lot of fun. You do X, you do Y, X plus Y equals Z, you see it happen week after week after week. And I think the answer to not getting bogged down into the anxiety that might come with that is to look at the present moment. Don't look to the past. Don't look to the future. Look to what you're supposed to be doing today. Assuming you prepare your schedule and your agenda, you're going to get a lot of help with that. And as your needs arise, we have a great staff to help you adjust that plan of work right on into passing the bar exam. Assuming you've done that, pay attention to that schedule, but don't get bogged down in the past or the future. So I read a really interesting analogy the other day, and that is, if you're standing at a platform, railroad platform, and you're going to load these cars, if you start looking back, and you see all these empty cars, and that's the future. Oh my gosh, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. Will I be able to get all my stuff on these cars? You got this pile of stuff. We keep telling you got to have. And then you look down this way, where the train is gone, and you look, oh my gosh, I only got so many in that box, and so many in that boxcar, and I'm just not cutting. Focus straight ahead on the empty car. Every day, fill up that car. Whatever you get done. The next day, focus on that car. Don't worry about all the cars that you didn't completely fill, and all the ones that are coming that are empty. And that'll give you a lot more peace from the pressures of school, and will also help you really focus on one another and help one another in this journey. And as you, most of you, I'm sure, have grown that talent, otherwise you wouldn't be here. But the more you work together to help you do that, it'll help you be the best lawyer you can be. So, thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you in the halls. I'm on the 3rd floor. You can drop in and see me anytime. Email us dstone@fcsl.edu. And I want to wish you the best of luck in your legal profession. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Scott Vito. I'm the Dean at Florida Coastal School of Law. I just want to say welcome, and I also want to say thank you. You didn't have to come to Florida Coastal. You didn't have to become part of our family. And we can't do what we do without you. So I think it's important for us to recognize that and to thank you for coming here. I think this is an exciting time to be at Florida Coastal. First of all, it's the fall, which is always exciting for me. I've always loved school. The beginning of school is usually in the fall, so it's pretty cool. You get that butterfly feeling in your stomach. Anybody got butterflies in their stomach today? Only 3 of you? The rest of you are cool, collected. I have butterflies in my stomach. It's kind of fun. Look at all these new people here. These are all, as President Stone has mentioned, future colleagues, future friends. There's great opportunity with it. There's also a lot of opportunity here at Florida Coastal School of Law. First, we have great students here. You can see that with our student ambassadors who are helping out today. You can see that as you walk through the school. If you're having trouble, if you're having a problem, there are plenty of students who will be more than willing to help you navigate through that. We also have an enormous faculty and staff. You don't notice the staff as much as you might, but think about all these chairs that are out here today. Normally there are a bunch of tables here where you get to sit and take it easy. But yesterday evening as I walked out, they were all gone. It's like magic. And instead there are all these chairs. There are all those staff people out here whose goal is to help you succeed at this law school. And that's from faculty assistants, custodial staff, to anyone you meet in the school. They're here to help you succeed. We also have an enormously fantastic faculty here. These are folks who are trying to teach you, who love the law, who love education, and they're here for you to reach out. President Stone said that if you want to reach him, he's on the 3rd floor. The same thing is true of the faculty and the staff. If you want to reach us, find us. They're not all on the 3rd floor. Actually, none of the faculty are on the 3rd floor. I'm on the 3rd floor as well. I am faculty, but this year I will be teaching Saturday. So, there are tons and tons of people here who want to help you. So this is an extraordinary opportunity here. The doors to everyone's office, mine included, are glass. And that is on purpose. It's easy to have wooden doors. I suspect they're cheaper than glass doors as well. But they're glass because we want you to talk to us. We want to help you succeed at law school. And there'll be times where it will be difficult. There'll be times where you'll be struggling. Reach out. There are people here throughout the building who can help you, who can guide you, and can provide that moment of, it's okay, everything is cool, you're going to be fine. And there will be times, everyone experiences, where you don't feel like it's going to be fine, where you feel stressed and upset and scared. But there are plenty of people here to help you with that. In terms of the school, I think this is perhaps one of the most exciting times to be at Florida Coastal School of Law. As President Stone mentioned, we have an A+ in experiential learning. That means if you want to learn what it is to be a lawyer, or to be a professional in the world who has a law degree, we have the resources to help you achieve that. Most schools, I'll go out on a limb here, I don't think it's much of a limb, don't. At my law school, we had 1, maybe 2 clinics. We have at least 8. We have a moot court team, as President Stone mentioned, first in the nation, 3rd time that has been that way in the last 3 years. We have a mock trial team. Now, mock trial doesn't have the same ranking structures that moot court does, but we have a mock trial team. And there's a little bit of a difference. You guys know what the difference between moot and mock is? Anybody know? It's okay to raise your hand. When I started law school, if you'd asked me that question, I would have been like, I'm not putting my hand up, I don't know the answer. It's okay to raise the question. Moot court is where you do appellate advocacy. So it went through trial, somebody lost. They were not happy, they lost. They appealed it now. Mock trial is where you learn how to be in a trial. So that's the fundamental difference. So we've got #1 moot court team, and I would say we've got one of, if not the best mock trial teams around. So you have the opportunity to be on both of those. We also have something called the Center for Law Practice Technology, which is going to help you learn how to become a lawyer or someone involved in the legal profession in the modern world. You've all got your MacBook Airs. What do you do with those? Yeah, surf the web. Okay, that's great. Text friends. You're probably texting with your phone, not your computer. But you do all lots of things with it. But what do you do? When you're in practice, how do you use technology? We've got the Center for Law Practice Technology, which is already pretty good, but we're working to make it even better. So when you hit your 2nd year, you're going to run into the opportunity to do that. We've got a number of other things that we're working on to make your experience even better. One of the things that we're hoping, so don't rely on it, is a contracts professor. You'll learn about reliance. When I teach contracts, don't rely on it because the ABA has to agree to us doing it. But we're trying to create an opportunity for students to take their entire 3rd year online. That means if you're from Texas and you want to go back to Texas in your 3rd year, stay at Florida Coastal because you know we do a great job, you can do that. Again, we haven't got that yet. Right? So we're asking for the ABA to give us the opportunity to do that. So we have all of these things that we're doing to make your experience more relevant and better for you. From the glass doors to the Center for Law Practice Technology, to moot and mock court, and things like trying to create a 3rd year that's fully online. Right now, the ABA only allows you to have 15 credits. You need to have 30. The other great thing for you is that we're about to enter an era where the number of jobs for new lawyers is going to greatly exceed the number of new lawyers. So your opportunities going forward are going to get greater and greater as time goes on. So I know that a great week has been planned for you, and I don't want to take too much time because you're probably already ready and willing to move out of those seats. So I'm going to turn it back over to Kristen Pawlowski, who's going to introduce the next one. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Good morning, everyone. As saw some of you guys at check-in. My name is Kristen Pulowski. I am one of the academic advisors in the Center for Student Advising, so I will always be ready and eager to help you. I will talk to you a little bit more about the program that you guys are embarking on this week, but first I would like to turn it over to one of your peers, a fellow graduate of Florida Coastal, who now stands as the chair of the Alumni Board. Renee Maxey graduated in the class of 2008. She now works in the Legal and Global Marketing Division of Deutsche Bank. Prior to joining Deutsche Bank, Renee practiced at Holland & Knight primarily in the areas of commercial law and transportation law. She's experienced in motor carrier, broker, truckload, less than truckload, and intermodal agreements, as well as complex commercial litigation, with a focus on the areas of antitrust breach of contracts and tort law. While a student here at Florida Coastal, Renee was an active member of the moot court and mock trial teams, those things that we just heard about, arguing in both national and international competitions, including the ABA Labor and Employment Law Trial Advocacy Competition, Chicago Bar Association Constitutional Law Moot, the Jerome Prince Evidence Moot Court Competition, and the 15th Annual Willem C. Beeks International Commercial Arbitration Moot held in Vienna, Australia. I'd like to welcome Renee Maxey.
Wow, that's a lot of words. Welcome everybody, it's so great to be here. Excited to talk to you today. I was thinking about this yesterday, thinking about remarks and what I wanted to tell you guys. And it was 10 years ago, almost to the day, that I was sitting where you are today. And so I thought about that and everything that's occurred over the last 10 years. It was a dramatic change in my life. And so it's very nostalgic for me to be here today with you as I kind of think back about my journey. And I'm glad that Kristen shared some of those things with you because it's important for you to see just how far you can go and what you can do with your law degree from Florida Coastal. I had an incredible time here and got to do amazing things, and you will have those opportunities too. You will learn quickly that, like most things in your life, law school is going to give you what you put in. If you don't put it in, you're not going to get it back. So I encourage you to work hard and study hard. Reach out to the resources around you, because that is the great advantage of this school. You have so many resources and such a blanket of support with the faculty and the administration and the alumni, and that's why I'm here to talk to you a little bit today. We have almost 5,000 alumni now from Florida Coastal, and you all are very near and dear to our hearts because we look at you as the future of our law degree. You know, we're out there practicing today, and it says Florida Coastal School of Law next to my degree. That's what's on my degree. Your accomplishments reflect on me. My accomplishments reflect on you. We're connected to each other, and we always will be. So I want to let you know that these 5,000 alumni that are out there, we come back all the time. We talk to you about our careers. We talk to you about our path, our journey, where we've been, what we've done, what kind of law we practice. You will have numerous opportunities to meet folks who sat where you are today and are now out there practicing and doing whatever it is that you want to do with your law degree. I wanted to share with you some of my colleagues put this list together. We call it the bucket list, and it's put together by the Alumni Association. They're on blue paper. I think they'll be on tables in the back. But it's we all kind of got together in a room and thought about all the things that we really wanted to tell you you should try to do in your first year, because we wish somebody had told us. So it's a really nice list. It tells you kind of what to think about this year, and then also if it's not on this, you don't need to think about it maybe right away, because law school can be overwhelming. The bar, is overwhelming. It's 3 years out, right? You need to focus on what your job is today, which is just learning what law school is, learning how to read the case, learning how to read a case, those things. So very excited to have you here. I'm sure I will see all of you again. I'm in and out of the school quite a bit, and then come and talk and do different presentations. And so if we have a chance to meet, I look forward to talking with you again. Congratulations and best of luck.
Next, I'd like to welcome Ian Hollingsworth, member of the class of 2013. Ian is a staff attorney for CSX Transportation, located in Jacksonville, Florida. His practice of law focuses on commercial transactions, primarily in the technology procurement fields. He also is experienced in e-discovery areas of litigation. While attending Florida Coastal School of Law, Ian was an active member of the Corporate and Business Law Society, the Black Law Students Association, and interned in the Office of the Corporate Security at CSX Corporation throughout his second and third years. Ian was raised in Kaiser, West Virginia, and is a proud alumnus of West Virginia University, where he was distinguished as a Promise Scholar. While at WVU, Ian earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science with a minor in History in 2008, and also received his Master's in Business Administration in 2009. I welcome Ian Hollingsworth.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, I want to say that it's a pleasure and honor to speak with you guys, the class of 2018, as you guys are going to be looked upon as the future of Florida Coastal, and I hope that you take pride in that. As Kristen had a good introduction, my name is Ian Hollingsworth. I am a member of the class of 2013 of Florida Coastal, so just 5 years ago, I was literally in your shoes. I had a range of emotions from happiness to excitement to starting on a new journey to nervousness, anxiousness, the whole gamut. And I'm sure that you guys have the same feelings and the same emotions as well. And I just want to let you know that that's completely normal. And I'm sure that some of those emotions will go away soon once you start getting your work. I just wanted to come and talk with you all a little bit today and just kind of give you some tips and pointers as to do throughout your law school journey. I was fortunate enough to be able to start on my career journey while I was here at Florida Coastal. I had a professor of mine who had a connection at CSX, and fortunate for me, I was able to connect with her connection, and I was able to grab an internship and later on a full-time position. But that did not come without hard work and dedication, not only in the classroom but outside the classroom as well. But again, some of those tips that I wanted to give you that not only enabled me to get my job, but also allowed me to succeed in these halls as well. And the first one is networking. As President Stone very aptly said, relationships do matter. They matter a lot. And not only is that with each other, but that's with your teachers and other professionals in the legal community, not only here in Jacksonville, but wherever you may want to practice. My second tip for you is to take advantage of those opportunities. That is the key to being successful, again, not only here, but outside of here as well. There will be several opportunities at your advantage, and I please do encourage you to take all those opportunities that you can. They'll be numerous and they'll come in all different shapes and forms, but the key is to know those opportunities and when to take them. And then lastly, I wanted to tell you that it is key to succeed in books here at school, but to do that, you need to have a balance. And not only is that means having a balance of, studying hard and eating right, and getting enough sleep, that also means maintaining your relationships not only with your friends and family, but those as well that have helped you get to the point that you're at today. Without those three tips, it would be very, very difficult to be successful here at Florida Coastal. But again, we as alums are here for you. We're here anytime you need. Again, networking. We're also available anytime you want to just pick our brains for lunch or anything else like that. Please, again, use us as a resource, and that you too can be successful too and through your journey at Florida Coastal.